top free agents still in the market under 30. We're going to take a look at a couple of positions where the Browns are a little light. So Eddie Goldman, defensive tackle. Will Fuller is a wide receiver, both listed as potential fits for the Browns. I think we've talked about this. G. Bush, I don't see them doing anything. And now, granted, wide receiver, defensive tackle, they're expecting their young guys to step up. I think they're going to give them every opportunity to earn those spots and significant playing time. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think one of the guys we talk about is David Bell. He's been a dude who, he's a younger guy. And they like to do this. Younger guys are more inexpensive. The younger guys are hungry. The younger guys, they're going to give them an opportunity to get those reps. And that's the thing that we want with the Cleveland Browns. One of the things, and it's a huge knock on the organization, I can't think of one receiver that the Cleveland Browns have drafted and developed, and he's become a bona fide top-tier number one receiver. Obviously, Josh Gordon is always the outlier, but it was 1 year. Did they really develop him? No. It was kind of like, he had issues, never really got back on the field. But when I'm looking across the table, they have not developed that top flight receiver. They got a couple guys that they like, Anthony Schwartz, David Bell. They got some guys that they think can move and do some things. Donovan Peoples-Jones, they drafted some kids this year. And I think they're going to give them every opportunity to make the team. Now, if somebody gets hurt, or, if they just look like, you go into the first or second preseason game and guys are getting locked up, can't get open, then you really you get Will Fuller on speed dial.
As we're talking about this, I think part of the problem with developing those young wide receivers, the quarterback play has been so all over the place. Those things are married. That's why, if they get Deshaun Watson, then it's a fair judgment. Can we develop a wide receiver with some elite quarterback play?
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think we always kind of judge these things in a vacuum. Like, you'll say the quarterback struggled, but didn't say, well, the receiver, his production was down. I don't think he has anything left in the tank. And I just always tell people, like, you do know that, like, the receiver can't throw himself the ball. All you can do is run the route you run and hope the ball comes to you. It has a lot to do with the way you're being utilized. It has a lot to do with targets. It has a lot to do with the coaching staff. Because when you talk about production, elite production takes elite game planning. Just the same way as it takes, physical skill and all that other thing. Coaches who really like players and really enjoy their skill sets and invest in them, they're going to see the targets. They're going to go into their game plan that week, and they're not going to go in and say, well, whoever gets the ball gets the ball. No, they're going to say, we got a guy on my team who I think they can't cover. So I'm going to put it specifically in a game plan to spot shadow this guy, to feed this guy the ball, because I think I got the matchup. Sometimes I think that you have to understand that, yes, you got to go in and you got to feed a guy. You got to make it don't happen just by you just showing up. You got to game plan it, you got to execute it, and you got to envision how you want to use a guy. And if you do that, 9 times out of 10, you got a quarterback that can throw the ball, he's going to end up with that level of production.